Hey guys, what's up? This is Matt Davis Media once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This is a film that I saw yesterday. I just didn't get the time around to reviewing it, and that is Sorry to Bother You. I was actually pretty interested in checking this one out. I think I remember seeing the trailer to this, and it looked pretty interesting. This is directed by a man named Boots Riley. I don't know much about him. This might be his first film, actually. Yeah, well, yeah, this is his first film. uh, Basically his directorial debut. So, in this film, in an alternate present day version of Oakland, black telemarketer Cases Green discovers a magical key to professional success, which propels him into a macabre universe of power calling that leads to material glory, but the upswing in Cases's career raises serious red flags with his girlfriend Detroit, a performance artist and minimum wage striver who's secretly part of a Banksy style activist collective, as his friends and co workers organize in protest of corporate uh, oppression. Cases falls under the spell of his companion's cocaine snorting CEO Steve Lift, played by the one and only Armie Hammer, who offers him a salary beyond his wildest dreams. And for his directorial debut, this film was what I was hoping for it to be. Although going into this film, it's a very different film. For one thing is the performance by Lakeith Stanfield. I think that's what his name is. He does an amazing job in this movie. In fact, he brings one of the most comedic roles of the year. I think he is very talented in this. I was also really surprised that Terry Crews was in this as well. I think he might have been in the trailer. I'm not 100% sure. He's briefly in the film, but he makes a pretty good few minutes in the film. And from the opening scene alone, has you knowing that you're in for something pretty comedic. And throughout the film, it's just a heavy dialogue, comedic film with a very interesting story, and not something that we usually see in films. Like, the cinematography is very excellent here. It's very well paced. And I was surprised. There was a decent amount of people that went to go see this movie, and they were laughing. I was laughing too. It was definitely something a lot different. And what I mean by that is, like, during the last 35 or 40 minutes of this movie, it went from a pretty comedic film to an all out, what the hell is that? Like, I mean, the last 35 minutes are some of the strangest 35 minutes I've ever seen, and it's something that I was not expecting for at all. It's both very ridiculous, but very funny. And it's kind of a twist, but it's kind of ridiculous at the same time. But it's just something that I was not expecting at all. Like, this film isn't too realistic. In fact, it's not really realistic at all. It feels like I'm watching something that would come into like a video game world or something, like a mafia type world or something. This isn't a mafia film. There is no shootings or anything like that. But it almost seems like that there is going to be, especially on the poster, you see the guy's head. It has a bandage around it, and he's bleeding. That happens. He does have that in the film, and it's just the jokes in this movie are so well thought out. I do have a couple of issues though. I would have liked the ending to just end right where I wanted to, instead of just having to, you know, continue more, because I was almost satisfied with the ending until, like, immediately as soon as the credits started rolling. I was like, did you have to end it that way? Like, but at the same time, I was kind of expecting it, but kind of not, because of what happened at the last few minutes of the film, the last half of the film, as I put it. Also, some of the editing definitely feels a bit misplaced here and there, like the transitions and stuff, but those are mainly my biggest complaints in the film. The rest of it is just very comedic. Performances are absolutely outstanding from Lakeith Steinfeld, Tessa Thompson, and Armie Hammer. and everybody else does a great job in this. It has a very, very well made story, and this is one of the best comedies of the year. And this isn't one of those comedy films that are just trying way to be hard to be funny, but really aren't. And that's something I really appreciate about this film. And I really hope more people go see this movie. Probably not because it wasn't as advertised as a lot of other big blockbuster films to come out. But I really hope you. This is a film I definitely recommend checking out. It certainly is one of the funniest films of the year. It's just. I had a blast with it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Eighth grade didn't come out yet. Hopefully that will come out by I really want to say this weekend, but I also want to see Unfriended Dark Web. Also, this isn't the last video of the weekend. In like maybe a little bit, I'll have another video for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.